The answer is yes! Hello my lovelies and welcome back to another video. This morning I woke up, and I'm saying morning because I'm filming this video and it's 8:11 a.m. I woke up, I was like, okay, let me go and make a cup of coffee, and I really wanted to sit down and speak to you guys. The reason is that there's been so much going on. Like I don't remember the last weekend I was actually in Paris at home, which is where I live if you're new to this channel. I don't remember the last actual weekend I was at home. This weekend I was in Serbia, last weekend I was in Italy, the one before that I also went somewhere, I don't know, but the next weekend I will be in Italy. The one after that I will again be in Italy but in different places, and the one after that I will be in Monaco in south of France. There is so much going on, and I love that the life seems to be back in some kind of normalcy. Like I'm loving it. I'm using all of my clothes. I'm wearing high heels whenever I can. I'm dressing up, I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup. I'm like, this social life being back, kind of, it's really exciting. Like tonight I have a dinner with my friend Carlos Sestini, with Xenia. Carlos in Paris, so we're gonna take him out to a nice place. And it's just really nice because my friends, whenever they are in Paris, they'll text me like, I'm here, let's do something. I'm a super social person, so this time for me is amazing. But even though I'm a very social person, I do charge my energy when I am on my own. So that's the time when I actually really rest. I love giving energy to people. I love socializing. I'm super bubbly. I make, like, you know, new contacts. I'm very happy to meet new people. But then if I do that a lot, if I'm traveling a lot, if I'm going out a lot, if I have a lot of social events, which I always do, I have at least 3 gatherings per week, not to say per weekend. Because of that, I sometimes feel like in my head it's so crazy and the things are not structured and not organized. So for that reason, I like to every month at least once sit with you guys, speak to you, and let you know kind of what's going on, what are my plans, all of that good sort of stuff. So in today's video, I wanted to respond to some of your questions, like the burning questions, especially the ones that have been repeating. So if you do not have one of these, cup of teas, coffees, whatever you want, I don't know, like, you know, if you prefer wine, go for it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, because that means a lot to me. So thank you if you're already subscribed. I always like when I'm responding to the comments. It's just so exciting because now it's giving me an option to see how long you've been subscribed to my channel and if you're subscribed when you're commenting or not. And it's just really, really exciting to kind of have this relationship with the people that have been following my journey for a long time. So thank you. I really appreciate you. Now, let's get straight to the question. Where do you plan to go for holidays this summer? We have a lot of plans. So there will be a bit of Ibiza, a bit of Foto de Mami, a bit of maybe even Montenegro. I haven't really gotten down to like that, organizing that yet. Maybe Mykonos also have an option for south-ish of Italy. South-ish? No, it's not really south-ish, it's Amalfi Coast. We have so many plans. Really, like, this summer is gonna be incredible and I'm so excited for it because as like we haven't seen a lot of our friends for a long time, we've come to a point where my friends and my boyfriend's friends are all like, oh my god, come here, come to Ibiza, come to Mykonos, come here, come there, and we're just saying yes. So what I'm very, very, very grateful for and feel very lucky for is that I have a certain job, as you guys know, that it doesn't require me asking for holidays, which was not the case before when I had a normal job in a pharmacy where I had only 4 weeks a year and I had to use them throughout the year. Now that I can kind of decide when I want to take holidays and how many I want, I say holidays, but I would be like vlogging, I would be taking pictures. What I'm saying is that I'm so grateful I can travel, obviously, you know, if the world permits. I'm so grateful I can travel and just like choose which dates I want to be where, and that's something that means so much to me. What I'm grateful for is that I really can have the freedom, and that's probably the best side of this job, is that you have the freedom, which I never had before. I used to, when I worked in the pharmacy, I used to use 4 weeks a year just for fashion weeks, and then I would take 2 more unpaid. to do a little bit more fashion weeks, because basically I need 8 weeks a year just to cover fashion weeks. So I would use all of my holidays to build the future career that I'm in now. Does that make sense? Anyway, a lot of summer plans, and we're starting them right away. I cannot wait to be in a swimming suit again. What's going on with the Milan plan? Milan apartment, updates on Milan Pied-à-Terre, Milan House. Have you found an apartment in Milan? Anyway, there's a lot of these. The answer is yes, we found the apartment in Milan, and I'm so happy. I literally cannot wait for it to be ready for us to like move in, because I'm so excited. Basically, Milan house hunting was so difficult. I cannot even tell you how difficult Milan house hunting was. It was incredible for so many reasons. Like, if you wanted to have like a spacious place and really like a beautiful place, you had to kind of compromise on the location and vice versa. And I was like, no, until we find the perfect one, there is no point settling, like, you know, no. So we looked and honestly, like, it's so funny because my boyfriend is the one that the moment we saw the first apartment, which by the way, the first apartment we saw in Milan was like, it was so dark. I mean, I'm so grateful for the opportunity that we can even see the apartments, honestly, but it was so dark that I was like, I cannot, I need light, I need to like see something. I cannot live in a very dark place because it makes me really like not productive. So, and he was like, yeah, it's fine for me, what do you think, baby? I mean, we can take it. And I was like, no, and we cannot first of all have this conversation like in front of the lady that's showing us the flat, and second of all, like, yeah, no. So he's very easy, and he just wanted like something that I'm gonna like, and that was proving to be a little bit difficult. But when we saw this one flat, I did not even like film it or take pictures. I took pictures of all the other flats. Of this one I only took like 2 pictures, which are not even showing the proper flat, but I love it. It's very different to this flat. It's very different. It's not, obviously it's in Milan, so it's not going to be Parisian style. It's a very Milanese, but what's very important for me is that it has tall ceilings. Like, ceilings are way taller than in this flat, and in this flat ceilings are very tall and high. And so high ceilings, we have a lot of light, a little balcony, you know, like all the things that we kind of cared about. A perfect kind of office wardrobe room for me. It's a pied-à-terre, so at first we were looking for something small but functional, but then we were also saying, okay, it still should work for long term should we decide to relocate to Milan, which I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, like, yet. If you ask me if I will be moving to Milan, I don't know. I love Italy so much, but I'm not ready to let go of Paris yet. So that's the current situation. Like, what I thought was the most romantic thing that anyone's ever told me in my whole entire life was when my boyfriend said, in this room I'm gonna build you the best wardrobe in. I was like, this is the flat. I was so happy and so excited, and honestly, I cannot wait to show you more. At the moment we're searching for the furniture. We know kind of things that we want. There's like a particular sofa that we want. We really want it. Like, we're trying to find it, and yeah, we're searching for that sort of stuff at the moment. I don't actually know when the flat will be ready for us to move in, because there's some work, like we're doing some work basically in it at the moment. And you know how those things are, you never really get an actual deadline, right? So that's the answer about Milan. It's very exciting, but I'm thinking it's probably I'm gonna show you the whole process of everything that's going on. I'll be doing more of these Q&As, so anything you want to ask me, feel free. Tamara, will you share some personal things, engagement, wedding, etc. with your audience? Just remind me when I said Tamara that my boyfriend told me, but your friends in Serbia, they always call you Tamara. What is your name? And I was like, I don't really care about the pronunciation of it. Like, I'm not a egoistic person in a sense that will correct you if you call me Tamara or Tamara or whatever people call me. Like, in different countries, people always pronounce my name differently, and honestly, like, I don't really mind at all, you know. Even people sometimes call me wrong name and I don't correct them. Sometimes I feel very awkward to correct people when they call me wrong name, you know what I mean? And in the same sense, the same thing goes with an accent, so I just go with the flow. I remember, again, when I worked in the pharmacy, if you mispronounce some people's names, They're always correcting, and it's not really a nice feeling, I guess. So I don't know, so I just don't like to correct people. So, but will I share some personal things, engagement, wedding, with my audience? I don't really know. I don't really plan that kind of content. I always do everything from the heart. I try to make my content as much fashion focused as possible. I would say it's 90% fashion related, because this is a fashion channel and it will stay that way. But you know, like, if there are some important things that I want to share with you, I do feel like you guys are my family and my friends, and I love to share things with you. I really love to share things with you. But sometimes I feel like, okay, is this too personal content to be sharing? Because at the same time, I really do look at my platforms like I wanted to add value. So I want to show you something, like what I'm wearing or what I'm doing or where I'm eating or where I'm traveling to, so that you guys can get inspired in a way. But if I'm showing you like like last weekend, I was you know, attending a baptism of my closest friend's child, and I really wanted to share so much of it. But then I realized, you know what, this might be like so personal that you guys be like, we don't even care about this content, you know what I mean? This is not the content we signed up for, girl. So yeah, it's a balance. Does your boyfriend like Belgrade? Was he there first time with you? The first time he ever visited Belgrade was with me. I'm so happy to say that he likes it, really, you know, because we're talking about a man who's lived in like 13 countries. So he has lived in 13 countries. So he's really seen the world, and he's traveled the world. Besides living in those countries, he's also traveled a lot. So when he first visited Serbia, I really wanted him to like it, and he loves the culture, he loves the food. He says he's like that he's seen the most beautiful women there ever. He is having only the best things to say about the country. And you know what? He spent like 8 hours in a place where there was only Serbian music playing, and he did not complain once. And I was like, when I saw that he was not complaining about like Serbian music being like here in his ear from like 4 until midnight, I was like, you know what, this guy's really, you know, this is something else. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm happy that he loves it, and he's telling all of his friends we need to go there. He's like, because he works also in the fashion business, he's telling people like, you know, we should do an event there, like it's so amazing there, the nightlife is so amazing. So I'm very happy. Someone's asking, what was your first break in the fashion industry? I can't really recall that there was one fashion break into it. I really remember coming to fashion weeks, even when no brand would like invite me, I would completely fund it myself. I remember that at times New York Fashion Week would cost me my whole monthly salary, but I was willing to pay the price because I knew it was like an investment in my career, and I was building a portfolio of content and of things that I was doing and the events that I was going to, and I was bringing myself to places in order to actually build a platform and content that's useful to audience, to build an audience, and then to be like showing to the brands, look, this is the audience that I have and the relationship that I have, and it's a package. Like, what's very important to me is to keep, like, what I find is that it's very slow for the growth. So if you want to grow very fast, all you need to do is create kind of personal content and create the content that's maybe a little bit dramatic, maybe a little bit controversial. You will grow very fast. But you will not be working with the brands, because brands do not like controversial personal content. They want professional content. And if you want to grow very not at all, so you don't really build any audience, you will have like a super editorial content, very niche, very like conceptual. Brands will love it. They will want to partner with you. They will even pay you for collaborations, but you will not build an audience. And in long run, this will be very difficult to sustain. But if you want to have a long-term career that is good quality career, you want to be professional on your platforms, you want to create good quality content that is useful to the brands, but also that is very useful to your audience. You want to have an honest relationship with your audience. You want to only advertise certain type of things. So at the beginning, I said no to all of those like clothes detergents and electronic cigarettes and casinos and all of the things that did not feel at all in line. Even like beauty brands, like yesterday I refused a big deal with a beauty brand. I've never actually heard of it before, but it's like a kind of like a drugstore beauty brand. Never heard of it before, never used it in my life, and also I don't think it's a right fit for my audience at all. So I refused a really big deal because I don't think this works for my audience. So, however, I'm sure that long run this will pay back because I will get like a deal that feels right and is in line with me and is from a brand that I anyway feature. Subsequently, now I work with brands like Louis Vuitton, Dior, Valentino, Prada, Jimmy Choo. I'm looking around because I'm trying to remember, Hermes. Like, you know, I work with brands that I always loved and wore and bought before they worked with me. So there is no like, you know, selling myself or selling my audience for something. I'm still showing the products I would have bought anyway, but I'm actually working with those brands now. But it took me a long time. So it takes a lot longer, and there is not an actual break in. There is not an actual moment that changes your career, but it happens over and over and over long time, and it really does take a long time, but I think it's so worth it. That's my opinion. Did you meet the in-laws, or are you gonna visit your boyfriend's family? Yes, I met the in-laws. We both met each other's parents, and I'm so happy about that because this is a super important thing for me. It's so important for me that my parents like my boyfriend, because let me tell you, it wouldn't be the first time that they perhaps do not like my boyfriend. I know how it feels when the parents don't like the partner, and it's not really a good feeling. It's not a healthy environment, at least for me, because for me the family is very important. I love my boyfriend's parents. They're amazing, they're kind, they're wonderful, and that's, you know, the acceptance of the person in the family is so important. I think my parents always looked at it as like, as not, they want to get like a son into the family rather than, you know, they're looking at it weirdly. And it was very important for me that they also like him and that they can communicate nicely. And yeah, that was really important for me. So my parents loved him because my dad said, oh, it's incredible how zen and in a good mood he always is. And my mom said that he's very kind and very lovely, and that, you know, that was something that's really coming through. So yeah, I think that's very important, because also you guys know that I have been also in relationships where, I don't know, I mean, I don't talk a lot about it, I guess, but I have been in relationships where like my in-laws wouldn't approve because of, for example, my nationality or my background. You know, that was an issue in relationships before. But also I have been in relationships where my parents wouldn't think that my choice of partner is the right match because like, I don't know, they just thought like he wasn't really nice or whatever. It's very important that things work. Number one wish list item, honestly, truth be told, I mean, I say truth be told so much. I cannot really think of one wish list item right now. I have to say that there's always something, but at the moment I'm really like into getting jewelry and building jewelry. And I recently got this new, wait, I'll come closer, Ole Lungard earring. Can you see it? And this is actually not it. There's another part of it, which I will show you hopefully in near future. This earring is so beautiful, and this brand that I love so much, I have the elephant necklace from as well. I will link it below so you can check it out, as well as what I'm wearing right now, etc. I also have the snake ring. I will also link that below so you can check it out. I love this brand so much. I wear it all the time. I never take this off. You know, it's like there's some pieces that you never really take off and that they make your kind of personal style, and I love this brand because not everybody is wearing it. So I have a few more pieces from their jewelry line on my wish list. I have a few Van Cleef pieces on my wish list. I have a little Cartier. So yeah, there's a little Cartier thing that is on my wish list, but it's not so little. So that probably there's some jewelry on my wish list basically. I also have a Chaumet Be My Love, another bracelet on my wish list, which is like the one with the diamonds. Oh my god. How was your last juice cleanse? You inspired me to do one by myself. This is a little bit controversial question because people sometimes say like, oh my god, this is so unhealthy, blah blah blah. Look, I just judge how I feel. And after a juice cleanse, I always do juice cleanse with routine juices. This is a brand from my friend and I trust it 1000%. This is not advertising in any shape or form because I believe they don't even ship to France. I always have to call him up and be like, will you please send me a package? I tried other juices, but nothing is like routine, nothing. That's why I'm like, please send the package for me instead of like, because I know you don't do the shipping officially. So I love it. I feel energized, I feel calm, I feel happy, I sleep well, my skin looks better. There is so much that this contributes to me. I never feel hungry on them. I don't lose weight. It's not a weight loss program, but I feel cleansed. I feel amazing. And my appetite, when I stop the cleanse, my appetite is steady. Like I eat good meals. I crave healthy food. I don't crave sweets. I actually have a juice cleanse in the fridge right now and it's just waiting because I have a dinner tonight. I've been sitting there for 5 days. I have dinner tonight, so I cannot start today. So I think I will start the juice cleanse tomorrow because I love it. How do you take care of your hair? Is it easy to get Hermes appointments? Tell us more. Is it easy to get Hermes appointments? I think so. Like if you've had one kind of very, very recently, I believe then it's harder because I think that they do prioritize. Even the first time when I got my Hermes appointment at Faubourg store, I think it was the 4th try. So I applied on Saturday for Monday. I received a text message, we're very sorry, we cannot see you. I applied on Sunday for Monday again. I got a text message being like, so sorry, cannot. I applied on Monday for Tuesday, received the text message, so sorry, we cannot see you. And I applied on Wednesday, thinking, you know what, there's no point. I already tried at this point all sorts of times throughout the day. I already was like, went to Louis Vuitton and bought another handbag. And then a few hours later I received, we are pleased to confirm your appointment with one of the Hermes sales associates tomorrow. I applied I think 4 times and then I gave up on it and the 4th time it went through. Something like that. So what happened is I had no purchase history from the store at all. You don't need to have purchase history. It's more of it depends on how busy it is. It depends on when was your last appointment and things like that. So I don't think it's very easy. And how do I take care of my hair? I really try. I believe in, I have a really good Kerastase hair routine plus Olaplex plus I try not to heat it up too much, and when I do, I use the Dyson products, which I believe are great when it comes to like the design so that they do not damage hair. Your favorite high street fashion brands? A lot of love from India, sending lots of love to India. I don't really buy a lot from high street for so many reasons, but like one of them being obviously it's such a fast fashion thing that I am trying to stay away from. And another reason would be the fact that the quality just does not seem to really, I don't know, impress me, and the fit. You know, the problem is once you try the designer fit, it's not just the name, it's the fit, the way that it sits on your clothes, on your body, it's completely different. So, but I would say that my favorites are H&M and other stores. Arket, does it count as high street? I believe. I don't know, but those 3 for sure. What would your dream engagement ring be? This is a really interesting question because I do not have a dream engagement ring. I do not have a dream anything related to the wedding. What would my wedding look like? I've never thought about that in my whole entire life. I was never that kind of girl that dreams about wedding. I was always a girl that dreams about a career, not about the wedding. So like 3 days ago we were in Belgrade and my boyfriend was speaking. Like I said, he works in fashion and his friends are designers of some of the big fashion houses. He's friends with a lot of people in the industry and he was texting a famous designer. He or she asked, when am I making a wedding dress for Tamara? And the reason why I'm saying I don't want to reveal who it is, because if he or she does do my wedding dress, that will be, you know, now a reveal. So I said, you know, like, haha. But actually then I realized, wow, if I would be getting married, I don't know what kind of dress I would want. I don't know what kind of style I would want. Would I want something simple, something big, something... I honestly have no idea. So it's really, it's not something I know much about. Or an engagement ring, never thought about that. If you could only live in one country for the rest of your life, where would you choose? I think Italy, because it's somewhere where I could learn the language really fast, and somewhere where I love the food, I love the fashion, I love the people. You can travel around the country and always have like a different vibe, and it's close to my home. So if you could only have one handbag, what would it be? I think it would be a Kelly 28, my last Kelly. If you haven't watched the unboxing, watch it now. Would you call yourself rich? If not, how would you define the word rich? I definitely would call myself rich, and for only one reason, and that is the reason that I have my family. I feel very loved. That is one thing that when my boyfriend met my parents, he said, you know what, I always knew this, but now that I met you, I also understand why Tamara is the way she is, because she always had a lot of love in her life, and my parents said that this is the one thing that they always try to give me, love. And I feel very, very loved. That's probably the reason why I feel so rich. So loved, supported, I have cheerleaders around me, and that is really why I feel so rich. I feel that my friends, they support me, they push me, they want to see me succeed. Like, you should see how protective my friends are over me, over like what someone says about me. Just close friends. I have very, very small circle of friends. I know a lot of people, but I have a small circle of friends. But you should see how protective my friends are over me, and I see that all the time. So that is why I feel very rich. I've been following you for about 4 years and never seen you this happy. Would that be true? 100%. I mean, in the last 4 years, definitely. But maybe even, I mean, I would say in the last 10 years, because I mean, before 10 years, you know, you can't really compare childhood to your 30s, how happy you are, because it's completely different. But I think I'm the happiest I've ever been, because I feel that things are really falling in their place. Like I said, I feel loved, I feel healthy, I feel kind of in the right spot. I think I found my place, and I think that things are really rolling in the right way. The worst thing for me in life is the uncertainty, when you feel uncertain what's gonna happen in the future, what you're gonna do. And I had those phases in life where I felt I really don't know how I'm gonna get out of this situation and what's gonna happen next. Like when I graduated, I felt like that. I felt like I don't know how I'm gonna work for the rest of my life in the same job, and how am I gonna do that, and I'm not sure I love that, and I'm not sure it fulfills me. So that was like the worst for me. But I have to say that true struggle is the only way to find the right spot, you know, where you want to be. Your boyfriend is getting more involved in your videos, and I'm loving it. Does that mean we'll watch him eventually? I don't know, because of many reasons, you know. I'm kind of worried that also it could have an impact on his life that he's not even aware of. Like, if I asked him nicely to take part in my videos, he would for sure accept to do that. He's super like supportive, and he's always happy to help me if I need something, which I appreciate so much. Thank you, baby. You see, I also worry about how this would impact him. He works like he works in the same industry and has like a really nice position, and I don't want this to affect his work life, first of all. Second of all, I feel that when you have something amazing in life going on, protect it, because people love to try and ruin the good things. Like, if I am happy with my choice of partner, if I am the happiest I've ever been in my life, which I mean, I get hundreds of comments like that every single day. Why does someone have to be like, oh my God, why would you be with this guy? Who is this guy? Like, what is the reason you're with him? I mean, I'm so happy. Do you really have to question why am I with him? Of course, because I love him. So, you know, people like to ruin beautiful things, and that's another reason why I sometimes feel keeping it private is better. People like to judge. People like to judge what people do, their choice of, I don't know, a job, a career, the appearance, how tall or short they are. I mean, like, he's not short, let's just say that. He's quite tall, but it's a fact that people like to judge these things that you can't even change, like, you know. And honestly, I've always been the person that I just go with my heart. So it really is sad that those are the kind of things people judge. And I don't mind that people judge, because I mean, I'm judged all of my life for everything I do, for the way I speak, for the way I look, for my, like, again, of course I get a question like, oh my god, what's in between your chest, because I have the protruding sternum. In my last video someone again commented, is it a surgery gone wrong? Like, you know, it's things that people don't even know about anything yet they still judge. So it can be very draining for other people, and I don't want that. Are you and your boyfriend planning on buying a house? Yes, we are. We are discussing it, but we don't know where. So that's only thing I can say. It's very confusing. Could you live in Belgrade or generally in Serbia? For example, my sister could. She loves going to Serbia, or that was her general vibe. For me, I love going there. I could live there, but I don't think I could do my job there. Problem is that when you used to like working in the way that I'm used to working, I don't think I could go back to Serbia for that reason. Though the social life, the nightlife, the quality of life is the best. Really, the quality of life is the best. But it's just the fact that I work a lot and I work with brands that are not available there. So it just would never work for me. I don't think so. Would you ever go to Met Gala? Oh my god, I would love to go to Met Gala, but I mean, I don't know if I would even get invited, but I would love to, especially after hearing the stories from my boyfriend who's been and who's like seen it all, and it's just, yeah, it's incredible. Which affordable luxury handbags do you recommend? Opinion about brands like Furla. I love Furla. I love their handbags from the beginning of my career and blogging. I used to buy their bags, like the candy bags, love them. I would say Furla definitely. I would say also Michael Kors does great bags. I know that people are like, they're the ones with the logo all over that I'm not like the biggest fan of, but the kilted simple bag are the ones that I think are made super well. I would say Charles & Keith. I mean, now if you ask me like this, I'm like so confused. Tamara is a brand that I featured as well on one of my Instagram posts. I love it. I think the design is great. Lafshar is a brand that is relatively affordable, but it's more like a niche in like evening bags. There's a lot, but maybe I should write a blog post on that topic. If you're not familiar with my blog, you should check it out. I write a lot of different things on there, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you for your questions. I hope this answers some of them, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.